Alright, we back after a couple weeks. Weather's been hot garbage here, so hope to get in here a little sooner than this, but you know, it is what it is. So, primary goal today is just to check, hopefully no more swarm cells, hopefully we're past that, but obviously there's swarms going out like crazy, but this time of year, but we also don't have, I mean, this hive was split, so hopefully it's not the case. I am not gonna smoke until I have to. As soon as I say that, I talk to them and they're mad at me. They really don't like breath. Apparently it mimics a bear or some shit. So, alright, quick check to see if we need to add a super. Actually, I can already see that's not the case. Not a lot drawn out here. Let's go ahead and just pop a middle frame real quick and see what we got. I mean, they're backfilling a little bit, but not a massive amount. They haven't drawn out a ton on the ones that were new frames. They've drawn out a little bit more on the ones that weren't. But they aren't even backfilling those. It's been off and on really cold, so I was worried they may have gotten stalled. And it's supposed to be cold in a couple days too, so I may not see a ton of action in there. So get these gals back. I'm going to throw a small hive beetle trap up here just to be safe, because I should start seeing those ramp up too. Alright, here's where we might go ahead and smoke them. We'll see. As we get into this next box. This is my stair-step box to go from 8 to 10. Oh, that always makes them super happy when you pop a box like that. Always. Yeah, this, I don't need super up here. How about supers for all the hives, but I don't need anything on this one for sure. It's surprisingly not much drawn out. So again, I'm going to make an effort not to smoke if I can. That said, there's no way this doesn't pop. I'm going to try to twist it, but see if I can slide under here and avoid the pop. If I can get it most of the way off and then turn, maybe I can avoid the pop. That worked. Well, still a bit of a pop. There's always a pop. So, put that there, because gotta be careful when I put this box on, because it's a 10. I don't accidentally, actually, I'll put that top cover back down there, and then don't accidentally let the queen get above, because it technically could happen with that setup. But if I do this, it can't, or it's highly more unlikely. Alright, into the bottom box. Again here, which actually, tell you what, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's check this. If we can find some brood here, we'll just get the hell out of here. I don't even bother getting in the bottom, other than maybe a quick turn to see what we got. I don't know if they're just gonna have resources up here. It looks like just resources, so they're just brooding up in the bottom. Oh, that's gorgeous. Too bad that's the brood chamber. Next one's the same way, so let's skip over. Again, those are all, none of those are all brood, or all, which is annoying, because they aren't doing anything up top, which I'm worried they might try to. Yeah, this is all honey. I mean, I don't see any brood in here. Let me just get to the middle-ish, and then I'll know pretty quickly if we've got any. Yeah, of course I get honey on my hands. It's going to make it hard to pick up. Yeah, that's, well, take that back. There is brood up here. Brood and larva. It just was so heavily honeyed around the top, it almost looked like it wasn't. There's a damn queen cell. It's not charged, but still don't like that. I'll just do a box turn to check those. I'm not going to pull all the frames, but we've got, you can see here, we've got larvae up here. Got brood, and they're backfilling with actually, let me double check that. Let me blow at them, which they love. Said I thought I saw larvae, but now I'm questioning whether it was just, yeah, that's larvae. Got to get just the right light. I forgot to bring the stupid flashlight. Yeah, it's funny, they got like larvae in the middle of bee bread, so it makes it hard to see what you're looking at. So just find the sun. Yeah, we definitely got, well, as soon as I say that the sun goes behind the clouds, definitely got some larvae there. Glance for the queen here. She could be here. There's enough empty cells, but we've established I struggle to find her, so I don't even look anymore. Just find larva, end of list. That's weird. It's like a chunk of propolis that's attack the propolis dummies. Yeah, so let's just do a box tilt. See if we see any. Let's see. Let me pull. Let's see if I can do a little checkerboard in here. It is the brood chamber, but if this next one doesn't have any brood on it, I'll go ahead and stick that undrawn frame in the middle because they're just not doing anything now. Shit, it does have brood on it. Alright, so we'll just put that back where it goes. Yeah, she's obviously laying. I can never see eggs, but I see larvae. So it's harder to see the smaller ones in this, but I can see the whites. See some drone brood up top. A little bit of drone brood in the middle, which I don't like, but alright, put that back together. Check for queen cups real quick, and then get out of here. We'll put the small hot beetle trap back in here. Forgot to stick back in last time. They don't like me here, but they're not being crazy, so I'm not going to smoke them yet. If they start just popping the veil over and over again, then we'll give them a smoke, but they probably aren't going to like this box tilt that's about to happen, so. Okay. Nope. Okay, there we go. Let's pull this forward. I exaggerate how much I do this just because I've twice dropped boxes. Queen cells galore, but they all look old. Well, that looks like drone. Oh shit! Or that was just a capped queen cell, which is not good. That may have been capped queen cell. I may have just ripped a bunch of capped queen cells apart, which is really bad. Can't tell if they were capped queen cell or just drones. They look big though. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape them all off, and then we'll see. This is what sucks, not being able to get back in here when I wanted to. Meant this could happen. And they've got a new queen, so unless they didn't like her, or they didn't accept her, and well, no, they would have had to because I saw larvae. I guess that could be drone brood, but still, there was enough capped brood that shouldn't be the case. Yeah, there's a queen cell just kind of stuck way down in there. That was definitely a capped queen cell. I can see, well, I just threw her. So that makes me really nervous because that means definitely had some capped queen cells in this hive, which means they still might swarm on me. Which means I might just pull that queen excluder off that box above to try to help prevent that, because at this point trying to worry about honey is not my problem. Worrying about them going bye-bye is my problem, because there is a lot of capped queen cells that were hanging down, I think. So, which is awesome. Okay, now they're starting to get hot, so that's wild. Let me see if I can get a picture of that. Bunch of capped queen cells. I think they're capped queen cells that were sticking down in between frames. So I'm gonna go through this a little bit more. And then obviously tilt up and see what I can find. There's nothing on that one, so let's go ahead and free that out of the way. I'll not do anything there. Surprised these gals really aren't taking off like I'd hoped. Woof. Yeah, that's garbage when they do that. Well, let's leave that over here. Like a big fat thing of honey that just a smidge of brood in. Can't tell if there's eggs on. There's some larvae, so there's probably eggs in there. I just can never see them. Let's see if I can see. It's wild that they were planning to. They felt crowded even with just being split and a. Yeah, those look like queens. So they're probably super happy that I'm killing all of them. Yeah, I was probably a little bit away. Well, you know what? It could have already swarmed, but it feels like there's a lot of bees in here to already have swarmed. Well, at this point, I've already bought one queen, so I'm gonna assume they haven't. And shit ton of bees in here. Good brood pattern. I don't like the. Again, I hate when I see the drones kind of intermixed, but enough cap that shouldn't be awful. All right. Well, I mean, other than being nervous that I have no queen because I just took all the queen cells, but leaving them at this point is probably of not much value. We'll see. Check the bottom box and hope is a plan at this point. Check the bottom of the box and hope is a plan. Definitely don't need the brought supers out for everything. Definitely don't need that for this hive. Probably don't need it for any of them, but I wanted to be safe. Bunch of bees down there. Let's see what we got here. That's wild. There's no queen cells down here, but there were a shit ton on the bottom of the top. So I don't know what that means. But yeah, there's definitely. I mean, the bee is really long that was in those queen cells. She was definitely queen. So, all right, look out, you dummies! I don't want to kill y'all. Bruh. Okay. Get that squared up. Confuse the shit out of them. Do think I might pull that out. I mean, if they have that many capped, it's probably too late though. If they're going to swarm, they're going to swarm. Probably tomorrow. But unfortunately, now they're going to swarm and I'll have to buy another damn queen. May have split a little too soon. Or, well, just couldn't get back in this damn box to take care of that problem. Oh, wait, I gotta put the trap back in. Yeah, they don't like me much. I don't blame them. Not crazy hot, so I don't think they're queenless. That still doesn't mean they're not going to swarm. That's the problem. That's the issue now, is that yes, they might have a queen and she might jet tomorrow. So we'll see. Put those down just in case one's the queen. Obviously probably not, but alright. So that stinks. Looks like I may have a problem. I'm not. I mean, at this point I don't know. I have to come back in another week or 10 days and see what the deal is. If I need a queen, unfortunately, go buy another queen. So, let's see. Shouldn't be. Yeah, they're doing fuck all on this one, so probably could have done without the queen excluder, but here we are. That bee's dead. All right. Everything back on. bee there? Felt like there was a bee stuck there somewhere. Oh, it's just the board's a little cattywampus. Yeah, squashed a couple. I hate squashing a couple, but sometimes they don't move. Alright, so long story short, this one might still swarm because there were a bunch of capped, what I think were capped queen cells. I mean, almost certainly looked capped because it looked like queens were hanging out of them, like 4 of them in one spot. So hopefully I didn't shoot myself in the foot by taking all the future queens. But like I said, even if I did, I'd go buy another queen. I mean, at this point, it's late enough in the year, I'd just go buy another queen. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Alright, now we're on to the next one, which is the Demaree'd from the Honey and Bee Co package. Again, try not to smoke them. I barely smoked those last ones, but they also had queen cells everywhere that were probably capped, and I'm probably screwed, but that's beekeeping. Man, it's frustrating if they're going to swarm with, they were so strong that they're going to swarm with a damn mated queen that I bought. Stupid heads. So what I will probably do next year is get rid of that damn 8-frame equipment, just because it's just that much harder to control the swarming. Alright, this is really tall. So actually on this, I'm going to just look down the pipe and see what I can see. This looks completely drawn out, which is good. Well, I say completely, but there's 1 or 2 that aren't. Maybe one there that isn't. One partially here. I'll take a peek. I'm trying not to smoke them down, because if I smoke them down, by the time I get to the bottom box, there will be a gajillion damn bees there. Because all the brood up here should have popped. And then they're backfilling. Yep. Excellent. Let's skip to the middle then and see if we can find a couple former brood frames. 4, that's 5, so that's got to be the start of the brood box. The brood chamber on this is shifted just because of the, yeah, they're backfilling with nectar there. It looks great. So, yeah, that's awesome. Same thing on the next frame. All the brood's gone, backfilling with nectar. A lot of that'll be capped soon, so. Alright, so let's get out of this box. Tell you what, we're going to stick that mostly undrawn frame over a little bit though, because I mean they won't, whoop, I just scraped a bunch of them off. It's somewhat drawn. Well, I'll tell you what, they're doing it, they're just taking their time. I'll move it over a couple frames, but not necessarily too many. Don't want to start over manipulating and screw everything up. So there, stick this back in here. There's no room for it, so I gotta make some. That's annoying. Tell you what, I'm gonna flip that one around, because that 2 frames are bulging against each other so much that it's making it impossible for them to push together. That will make uncapping easy peasy, but makes getting it back in the box a pain in the ass. Scoot! Man, that's really tight. I'm going to kill a bee or 2 here. Yeah, I know, gals. I wouldn't be happy with me either. Alright, let's tighten those up. Get out of here. I'm actually, well, never mind. Again, too much thinking, not enough doing. Thought about maybe shifting this one down some, but whoa, holy smokes, that's heavy. Alright, nothing. A little bit, ton, because that one's already started. So let's pull one of the middle, somewhat undrawn frames to see what we got. I'll just pull it straight out, since there shouldn't be any brood up here. Not concerned about killing the queen. If she's up here, I'm really screwed. They're drawing it out some, but they're getting there. They're just not as far along as I thought they would be. I think that cold weather somewhat stunned them, which is why I'm surprised the other hive was so ready to swarm. But all right, So center these up a little bit, and the box overall. There we go. All right, on to the next one. Shit. Whoa. Last time, it's still reasonably heavy. I mean, it's not, obviously. The top one was crazy packed, and this one looks really heavy. The annoying thing is that, because I was alternating frames with drawn and undrawn, mostly what they've done is just drawn out the drawn ones really fat into the undrawn one instead of drawing out the undrawn, which is obviously more efficient, but it's really annoying. Yeah, I had to shit on those. But here they've, I mean, that one's drawn out. That one doesn't look like it. All right, let's get to the middle, pull a frame or two that maybe isn't drawn to see what we got there. Yeah, that's all they've done. They've literally just drawn the damn things into the, it's so annoying. I mean, this one frame here, I'll pull it just so you can see, so I can see later. And for these 7 people watching this, or maybe 4, you can see just fat. You can see in the profile there, it's just crazy fat. But they're backfilling where, I mean, this frame was probably brewed a couple years ago or last year. That's why it's dark, but crazy fat. But the frame next to it's hardly drawn out, especially at the top where all that fatness is. I mean, they're getting there. It's just they've made their life slightly more difficult. There's some honey and stuff drawn out there. I'm not going to mess with that because I'm going to do a little stick this in the middle somewhere next to a fat honey frame, see if I can get them to do a little bit more with that. All right, center. All right, that off. Now as we zap into the boo chamber, this is where I'm nervous because, again, this is my first year doing the Demaree'd and first year doing a true single brood chamber, which means this damn thing could be full of swarm cells. Oh, I know. Ugh. Lots of bees, though. Drones trapped up here. I mean, they could get out eventually if they wanted to, but dummies go to the bottom, and that isn't going to help them. Oop, sorry, gals. Put that there to keep mama from escaping. Or, I'm not going to do a ton here, just because I don't want to risk screwing up any. Oh, piss. Drop it everywhere. I need to remember to put that other one back in there. Alright, let's pull. Again, just make sure we have a mama. And then we'll get out of here. Judging by the sheer number of frames of bees in here, I'd be shocked if we didn't have a mama here. Famous last words? Jinx, whatever. Alright, move, gals. I'm trying not to smash you. Oh, I should have gone slower than that. Fuck. Got me on the finger, and now I'm shaking all the bees. At least I shuck them onto the hive. Got me right in the damn finger. Alright. Oh. They're drawing that out. Piss, that hurt. Right in the tip of the finger. And she got me good, even through the gloves. Man. Alright, smoke her now. Just nothing else into the air to get him a little chill, because I've pissed him off between the sting and the drop frame. Get my finger smoked. Man, that hurt. I mean, she buried it right in the... Alright. I hate putting it right in front of the hive. Alright, now that I've dropped bees and gotten stung and yada yada, let's move on. Slide towards the middle a little bit and see if I can pull out a frame to see. Be careful here, she could be on this one. Yeah, all of a sudden, since I dropped a frame and I'm in the bottom, they are no longer as docile. So, let's see what we got here. What we got is fuck all, which is not good. That's wild. Absolutely nothing. Wait. Is that? No, that's larva, I think. Yes, that's larva. Okay. Whew. This frame must have just... Yeah, I see larva now. This frame must have just released everything, which I got to be really careful now, because she definitely could be here. So many empty spots. And there's another capped queen cell. Fuck. Yeah. I mean, I know this sucks, girls. Well, yeah, you can tell that's... Oof. Fuck. Oh, they're hitting me hard now. They're just hitting my legs. Yeah. I must be on Mama's frame. That hurt. Stung me through my pant leg. Alright. So, I'm going to have to do a little turn to see what we got, but... There's a massive drone. Man. Just not being able to get back in here, and I've got swarm cells everywhere. Capped already, because that bitch must be in my pant leg. Good thing she's already stung me, so her work is done, but hopefully she doesn't get the word out to where she needs to go. Let me make sure I get rid of that rest of that swarm cell, because they're still trying to take care of it like dummies. Alright, so let's put that back in the hive. Let's do a little box tilt real quick, and then we'll get out of here, because son of a bitch. Alright, I gotta back up, smoke the shit out of my leg, because that's where they want to hit again. These pants are too thin. Noted. Alright, so let's get this frame back in there. And then let's get, I mean, they're eggs, or they're a larva. I can't see eggs, but they're a larva clearly. So they're, but there's also queen cell. So single brood management. What I'm going to do next year is when I do the Demaree'd, I'm going to take some of the brood frames up to the top, because I did it like just flip everything up to the top, but I want to keep 2 brood chambers when I do the Demaree'd. So what I'll do is I'll take the put a new medium on here, and then take new medium brood box on here, and then take some of the brood that's in that medium up, but not all of it, because that's what I did this time. Took all of it, and now I think that's the repercussions of this. Piss. I'm really pissed if all these damn things swarm this weekend. Especially considering all the extra work I've done. Would you just leave my damn leg alone? Man, they have found a spot that they think is tender. Alright, I don't want to smoke them. If I smoke them, they'll go down to the damn bottom where I'm about to look. Yeah, they love that. Alright. Bruh. I can't see shit. Queen cells directly on the bottom. Oh, yep, there's one. There's 2. That one's capped. Son of a bitch. Yeah. I'm probably in a word screwed. I should have opened it up. I was trying to save that one, but... Yep. Well, you're likely to see swarms everywhere. I mean, the only thing I could do potentially is, I know she's in this box, I could shake a couple frames off, stick a deep on top, take some of that brood up there. This thing will be 20 feet tall if I do that, but I also don't have a deep box out here. Damn it. I think I might do that though, because I don't know how else to keep them from swarming. Which is what I could do on that other one. I'm not going to get any honey this year though if I keep... But I also don't want to lose all my bees. So what are we going to do? Alright, we're going to do something really dumb, probably. I mean, there were capped queen cells, so like we're at DEFCON 10 at this point, and now they are mad at me. I just killed maybe future mama and shaking the shit out of them, and they got me again on the hand. Alright, you bitches. Let me go grab a Nuke Pro. I'll grab some of the brood frames, stick it in there, because I got a Nuke Pro handy in the tool shed. Whew, man, alright. Let me stick this queen excluder back on. Just to keep Mama from doing something stupid. I have to do this. I'll put everything back together. Man, they are hot. Everybody's hot. Whole damn thing is humming. That is not a good thing. I'm gonna pull a frame of cat brood no more, just because I don't want to piss them off any more than I already have. Damn it. All right. All right. Bitches. See if I can get one. Tell you what, probably gonna be more of them over here. Damn it. Man, I'm scrambling. I hate this. When this is the part you don't see on Instagram. That's for damn sure. Move. I'm gonna have to just smash a couple of you dummies to get you out of the way. Please be some brood on this. I'm not wasting my time. There we go. And capped queen cell at the top. Fuck. Good thing's at the top. That's like an emergency cell, maybe. Shit. Well, that one won't work for that purpose. Alright, what can I do now? Might stick that second super down above them. Put the queen excluder above that. I mean, that's an emergency cell, I think. It's at the very freaking top. So they may be just replacing the queen. Oh, I just smashed a shit ton of them. Hopefully none of those was a queen. Alright, let's do that, because that makes more sense than my other plan, now that I've found a capped emergency cell in the first freaking frame I pull. Alright. I'll take... I need to put this somewhere else, because I can just sit it on the ground and hopefully not turn it over. That's heavy as hell. Good thing is that's still a good a good honey crop if I can get them not to swarm. See if I can get all these gals back inside. Beekeeping's fun, except when it's not. All right, let's get this back on here and just let them go back to second brood chamber, which is what I should have done anyway. And then crunch. Love that sound. Okay, it's a drone. Hate when I think I see the queen out front. Then put this back on. Piss. Everything's square. Honey super's back on. Relatively the same order. At this point, it probably does better. Good thing is this thing's gonna left the traps out. Oh well. Good thing is this gonna make a lot of honey. I just may not have any bees or a queen, or still may swarm. So next year we'll modify the Demaree'd so that I keep 2 brood chambers down below, and hopefully reduce the chances of this happening again. Fuck, that's heavy. Ironically, I could probably add another super because that's so above, but well, I tell you what, at this point, what the hell not? If feel like I'm at the point of, I don't know. So we're going to do, when you don't know, you just do something. Let's see which is the most drawn out one we got. Yeah, probably that one. Maybe they're just replacing last year's queen. We'll see. And at this point, I kind of have to let them. It's already scraped up one cap swell, but the others were all. That one up top was huge, and who knows when it's going to go. So, all right, inner cover back on. I'm back to being bad at beekeeping again. Sweet. GoPro, for the love of God, stop recording. All right, man. This is what I love. I love that. They love that. I'm not even bothering with the not smoking anymore because I got that hive stirred up. So we'll see. Yeah, I end up just putting a super on that last one to more the hope and prayer plan at this point. Where's the, oh, there it is. Wait. Yeah, never mind. Got confused with the single versus double brood chamber thing. Yeah, last hive was full of queen cells, including a couple scraped out, but I mean, I didn't scrape them all because at this point they're gonna go. It's probably too, and there's too many bees. I mean, I'd have to go through and get them all. They're already capped like they were. It's probably too late. So stuck the second one up there down and hope and piss all on that one. Guessing this would just be drawn out frames. They've kind of done what I saw in the other hives, which is draw out the ones that already had a little bit of draw and not done much else. So these guys don't need much other than me checking to make sure there's no damn queen cells. Maybe those will be the one that doesn't swarm. Damn it. Yeah, I definitely won't do a single brood chamber on a Demaree'd again. I will force up do a double with by pulling the. I don't want to pull the deep up, but I'll pull the other one up next time. I may even switch boxes or something, but just pull up a couple frames of brood so they go up there, and then go from there. Try it that way. I don't want to completely change my everything, but obviously got to change something. When you can't get back in there for a couple weeks because of weather, you got to have a alternative plan. So, all right, this one we're gonna check for brood. I can see brood already. Cat brood everywhere. Let's check for. Get to the middle here and check for eggs or larvae, and then we'll do a little turn, see what we got on the bottom, and then get out. Oh, piss. At this point, I'm tired and frustrated after the last one. And they lit me up. Fingers, leg. They just not having it. Oh, that's so much freaking drone brood. Damn it. That is not a good sign. That's a very bad sign. Man. What a difference 2 weeks can make. I mean, it's cat brood, so maybe it's just on the outside edge. There's larvae. I mean, it could be drones, but there's larvae. Maybe eggs. I just need to be able to see that stupid eggs. That way, if I can see if they're standing up or... I mean, there's larvae there. But... maybe it was just the outside frame, and we're better than I think. Because the rest of these frames are packed with capped brood. I'm in my head taking a big poop after the first one going bad. Resources and resources from the top. So let's just check and see if we've got... That's just so full of drone brood. It's weird that they... But they just did it on the outside frame, which is good. I don't know. Continuously proving I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And that hive's tall. That hive has 5 boxes on it now. It's almost ridiculous. Alright, so yeah, let's keep on keeping on. Stop, get off my pant leg. Yeah, these little khakis that I threw on are not it because they are super thin. Super thin. Bruh. Again, same thing. Well, I didn't check the fucking bottom. Yeah, let's check it now because I'll probably forget when I come back. Bruh. Please no. Oh, that's good. Well, one, but it looks old and not charged. So, that's weird. They're all on this side filled up now versus the other side, which is opposite of what has been. Unless that's just those, they filled up the other side before and now they're back around. Some weird bug. Yeah, well, again, this was the split, so there's probably a bunch of undrawn, still undrawn frames down here. Yeah, that one clearly is a little bit. Set that there. Scoot over to 4 or 5 and see what we can see. Hopefully we see some sort of brood. I mean, there's brood up top, plenty of it. Just hopefully they're drawing out and backfilling some of this. Doesn't look like a ton though. Yeah, they just aren't doing as much as I'd hoped. It's funny, they drew out a little and then filled that up like crazy, but instead of finished drawing it out. Let's check the next one and then we'll call it, because I mean, I've got brood up top and I seem to have larvae and such, laying queen, etc. Again, that's not much drawn out. And that's making that a resource. Yeah, they just haven't gone down, which is weird. I mean, could flip the boxes, I guess, but after today, I'm not doing anything that isn't mostly leaving them alone. Okay. Alright, just tighten these back up some. Put a trap back in. It's full of shit. Put this back in. These girls aren't as hot, which is a good sign. Hopefully that means they're not queenless. The others got hot, but that was also because I dropped them and kicked them and punched them and everything else. But I am obviously nervous about all those cap queen cells on the first two. I mean, I'm certain to get them all, and well, I know I didn't get the one on the other one. I'm just hoping that's a replacement queen. Man, now I'm rethinking, but leave it alone. Just leave it alone. It'll be what it'll be at this point. Damn it. Burr comb everywhere. I can't. Okay, yes, you hate me. Currently I hate you, so it's even. Yeah, shit, that sucks. I mean, that queen's in there. Well, I don't know if that queen's in there, because she's in there, but they still may swarm. But the good thing is there's a big fat emergency cell in there that I can hopefully count on. Oh well. At this point, it's... Mother... Tis one of them days. Hate those days. Sorry, gals. Luckily, there weren't many of you on there. Unluckily, it sucked if you were. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, last one, Demaree'd. I mean, you have little faith at this point that this is not going to be full of capped queen cells like the first one. or emergency cells or something else that sucks for me. Get out of my face. There's always one. Hardly any bees up here, but that one wants to kill me. Alright, don't put this up there this time. That's weird. I flipped it the wrong direction last time. That sucks, because there's going to be a ton of bird comb there. Damn it. I got the damn top cover, inner cover rather, upside down, which means it's going to be absolutely full of bird comb. Yep. 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 Awesome. Who loves that? Me? Yes. Look at that. That's awesome. I love that. This is when happens when you make mistakes. They punish you. Oh well. I'll scrape all that later, or I'll just put it back in there and I can mess around with it. Man, that's annoying. Alright, pull this trap out. In doing these, one thing, if I go to Demaree'd all the time, which is kind of the ultimate goal. I don't know what the ultimate goal is. Not to suck at beekeeping, which I'm currently not doing very good. This one's mostly full. I'm not going to bother with this. I can see. Let me pull the frame towards the middle to make sure all the brood went away. Can't imagine it hasn't, but with today, who knows? If I do Demaree'd in the future, I'm going to go to the cement blocks and just have a lower hive, because, I mean, if I were to add another super on here, I wouldn't be able to inspect it without taking the thing off. Yeah, that's glorious. Backfilling with honey, nectar rather. So that's good. Alright, let's just get out of this box. There's no point in doing anything more there. Just smush all that down when I'll have to scrape it off, because if I smush it down, they'll screw it up. Or just flip it back and let them continue to do what they're doing, I guess. But then I can't extract it. Whoa. Bruh. Holy smokes, that one's full. Jesus Christ. Phew, that was wild. Alright. Drawing a little, drawing a little, drawing a little. Let's skip. Let's go to find a middle one that's not super drawn out and see what they've done here. Huh. That's surprisingly decent. Yeah. I mean, again, that's the easy part of stupid small hive beetle. Die, 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 die. Die. Yeah. That's the problem, is you can be a good honey producer this time of year and still F up your bees. Which is what I basically did with that last one. Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't weigh nothing, but it's as expected. Still the lightest one. This one, on the other hand, looks fairly packed. Again, I'll pull one middle frame since I shouldn't have to worry about killing the queen, and then I'll be able to see what's in the middle. Doing a good job of drawing it out. Good. And then the next one drawn out. So, bang your honey crop, maybe fewer hives. Dang it. Oh well. C'est la vie. La vie. Down in here, which is where I'm going to get really nervous because of what happened in the other one. Guess the only good thing is if I lose a queen, I got a nice little brood break, unplanned. Let's smoke these gals down, just because when I hit that queen excluder, they're going to go sprinting. Make sure she's out of the way. Okay, check for re-Demaree and to see if they're replacing the queen already, like on the other hives. I can't believe how many freaking cap swarm cells there were in that 8 frame. Just so many. can't imagine that's not going to swarm. All right, let's look and see here. Let's get some room, and then we'll pull a brood frame. And holy smokes, that's unbelievably gorgeous, and that's on the first frame. Just booming. Okay, I'm out of this damn thing quickly. That's crazy. Look at that. Wow. The old Nikki swarm may be my superhero. I just jinxed myself clearly, but alright, we're not doing much more in this box at all. I'll tilt it just to see, but that is it. I need a win after today. 0 for 3, mostly. Fucking small hive beetle, I saw you. But not, I know you're not my priority. Tons of wonky ass comb, but it all looks like drones. They just keep drawing that down over and over again. I have to get a picture of that. If I can do it without them killing me. Okay. It's got, I mean, this is one they did that on because of it being the first or the second box on, but it's all, I mean, that's got to be bird or drone comb or something. I don't think it's, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off just to be safe. Yeah, that's all drones. I can see them. They're not big ass fat queens. I mean, at this point, let me, oh, there's a queen cell for sure, but it's not charged and looks old. Nothing else. I'm going to pull this just so I can see better the bottom of those frames. Just a massive slew of, yeah, those are all drones, I think. I hate to destroy the drone population, but also hate to risk there being a queen cell hidden there like that one. I mean, they're uncapped, so that's good. I'm tempted to do on this one what I did on the other one, though, is just bring that brood chamber back down here, that second box, because I don't care if I mix frames that have had honey or not in it. I'm not doing honey shows where everything has to look perfect. Who cares if it's had brood in it previously? Alright, so I don't know, this one I might not do that on because it's not like they had capped queen cells. This one, that would probably be a little more overreactive than it needs to be. Popping and banging the shit out of them. They love that. Alright, yeah, I may just leave that one alone because it's, I mean, that first frame had a mega ton of brood in it. I think the whole box, bottom box, is probably full of brood. And maybe that's just, that was the only spot they had to put drones, is in the bottom. Get off of me. So yeah, we'll see. Put this back in here. Man. Obviously don't want to risk queen being there to the day of Heed. Alright, so not drop boxes. Go slow. Not drop boxes. Go slow. Don't drop boxes. Smash a bee or two, but don't drop a box. Alright. I wonder if there's any value, since that one's so full, of pulling at the top. Because I don't know if they're bringing nectar in from the top entrance or from the bottom, because if they're bringing it from the bottom, they gotta go through 2 boxes to get to this one. I mean, at this point, let's experiment. Nothing's gone right, so let's screw up the one thing that has. I'm gonna put this on the top and see if I can get them to draw out. I mean, with as much burr honeycomb. It was on the top of that. I think that'll work. I don't know. Oh my goodness, I don't want to pick that damn thing up again. That's full. If that were capped, because a lot of it wasn't, I could harvest that now. Whew. Movie dummies, I'm gonna smash you. Too late, huh? That one had the... I probably just put honey all in the... or no, that'll be happen when I do this. Let's see. I'm gonna scrape that off. I don't want to risk squishing that down into the hive and then getting... oozing and drowning the queen. Means I have to wash my damn tool off later. I swear there's a bee in my leg. Different pants next time. Different pants. Zero doubt on that. Different pants. Clean this up later. Smashing that down into the bottom, I just leave it, but look out, dummies. Wasted your resources on that stupid thing. This was in the middle, now it's on top. We'll see if that makes them draw it out a little faster. Did you just sting me, you dummy? Alright. Shake these down, then I'll do the same to that. Good thing is this happened on the last one, or the last I'm inspecting, so I'll have a messy tool for just a few minutes. Shit. Do think I'm going to leave that drone comb next time in that one. Or in this one, rather. Just because they're filling out that single box with gals, and that's where they're putting the drones. I just need to let them do that instead of trying to prevent them from doing that. Alright. On the right side up this time. Ugh, so annoying. Such a mess to clean up on this one. And top back on. Let's make sure that's okay. Alright, GoPro, stop recording.